March 1909, Grand Canyon, Arizona. Smithsonian archaeologist G.E. Kincaid is floating down the Colorado River in search of what he calls mineral when he sees something in the sheer rock face 2,000 feet above him. Curious, Kincaid jumps out of his boat and, let's assume, flies up to it, because we have no other explanation for how he makes it except for this remark. Quote, "There was no trail to this point, but I finally reached it with great difficulty." Right. Anyways, after resting his arms, he discovered the entrance to a cave, and then some stairs leading 30 yards down to the rock face and stopping because that's where the water level was when the people who inhabited the cave. Here, Kincaid notices chisel marks in the wall of the entrance and becomes interested, saying, quote, "I became interested, securing my gun and went in." After walking 100 feet down the perfectly hewn passageway, he comes upon a, quote, "cross hall" with what he can best describe as a statue that looks kind of like Buddha, but isn't Buddha. Continuing, he also finds hieroglyphics, urns, tools, and mummies from an ancient civilization predating Christianity by thousands of years. But perhaps his greatest discovery, at least in my eyes, was a secret chamber that smelled of snakes. Quote, "There is one chamber of the passageway to which is not ventilated, and when we approached it, a deadly, snaky smell struck us. Our light would not penetrate the gloom, and until stronger ones are available, we will not know what the chamber contains. Some say snakes, but boo-hoo this idea and think it may contain a deadly gas or chemical used by the ancients. No sounds are heard, but it smells snaky just the same." So, why did it have to be snakes? Because, aside from the fact that if you have a friend who owns a snake, or have been to a reptile house at the zoo, you know exactly what snaky smell he's talking about, this entire story is completely fabricated. And snakes are a great dramatic element. Originally printed in the now defunct Arizona Gazette, the whole Grand Canyon ancient tomb story appeared nowhere else in the US or the world. Which you think it would, for something the article proclaims as the oldest and most valuable archaeological discovery in America. Secondly, a previous article in the Gazette describes Kincaid as carrying a fine camera with him on his trip. Yet, he seems to not have grabbed any photographic evidence whatsoever. In fact, both of these pictures are from John Wesley Powell's expedition in 1869, not Kincaid's. Okay, so why weren't there any photographs published in the article or anywhere else then? Because it's a cover-up by the Smithsonian who doesn't want anyone to know about it? No, you dingus. Because thirdly, G.E. Kincaid did not actually exist. While the article claims he and fellow archaeologist S.A. Jordan returned to the site to explore further for the Smithsonian, there is no record anywhere of either of their existences. Even the Smithsonian looked into it and found nothing. Okay, so why would a newspaper print something so fictitious then? Well, why do supposed news publications print fake articles on the web all the time? Because it drives clicks, which in turn drive sales. A man hired a prostitute only to find out it was his wife? Hell yeah, I'm gonna click on that. But sadly, it's fake. It should also be noted that the Grand Canyon tomb article appeared on April 5th, which is dangerously close, at least by media standards, to April Fool's Day. We all know brands love to play these kinds of pranks on April 1st, including, well, some company that claimed NASCAR was going electric in 2021. So why not the Arizona Gazette? The bottom line is the Egyptian, Buddhist, ancient civilization tomb in the Grand Canyon story is a hoax. It does not exist, there is no Smithsonian cover-up, and there is no FBI agent now guarding it with an M16. Just the incredible, awe-inspiring splendor of the Grand Canyon. What's your favorite bit of national park history? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to head over to our YouTube channel to check out our new series, Legendary Firearms. I'm Christopher Pilney.